I think it's easy when you're going through recovery from major trauma to focus on what you haven't done, but I wanted to record this podcast to talk about my resilient mind the last 12 months after a major traumatic event, I would say PTSD-ish, which was my last church, basically. And I want to record this because, as I said, these stories aren't told enough times. It's instead a time where people may see, or you may even think, that you're not doing anything, where truly you are not only recovering, which is, to me, the number one thing to do, but you're really aligning your future, thinking things through, processing internally while doing a bunch of stuff on the outside. So I want to list out a combination of internal and external things that I've been doing these last 12 months, which have set me up for a great next season for my beautiful wife and I and our 3 amazing kids. Number one is to recover from major trauma by listening, by growing, by reading, and by doing much meditation, contemplation, and prayer. Number 2 is to take care of my father-in-law for the last 9 months, really I would say almost a whole 12 months, as his caretaker, and to do that with joy, with gladness. It at times has been very difficult, but it's been a joy and a privilege to take care of him here at our own home, as well as just helping him with medical issues, etc., giving him a ride and just being there for him. Next one is to be a counselor to my wife as she has dealt with some also major loss and grief, the loss of her mom, who passed away last August. Once again, her dad dealing with major health issues, plus her own career changes and her old school closing and all the trauma that the pandemic as well as just career stuff brought to my beautiful wife. The next one is the recovery from the pandemic, just helping our kids and myself and together our family of 5, process all that the pandemic brought to us and to everyone, including having our beautiful daughter graduate from college, having our second daughter study abroad in Italy for 4 months. She's still there now as we speak, and just being the father figure, being a strong, kind male figure here at the home so that these things can happen. Next one is to build a media center. I think at the beginning of at the end of last year, like September or so, a church here in the area, shout out to Chapel of Change Paramount, called me, and I built them a podcasting studio that is going amazing. I've heard their podcast, and it's just amazing what they're doing. Also, I began to preach and teach and lead worship at my church, shout out to VODTSA, Victory Outreach Downtown Santa Ana, in March, April of this year, so about 6 months, and really helped grow the church from about 30 people to almost 100 in 6 months. Next one is to teach at the Victory Outreach Bible College. I'm currently teaching Systematic Theology 3 in Spanish to 23 international students. And it's just amazing to not only go through the process, but be able now to teach at this beautiful Bible college to help a ton of great kids. Next one is to find work and to interview and go through the process. I was the top 3 finalist. I was a top 3 finalist for the Santa Monica College Media Center Specialist, something like that. Didn't get that job, and I'm glad in some ways. It would have been a 2-hour commute each way. But obviously, I've been working hard, and now I'm even working even more. I'm focused even more on getting a job now. And so, but that's obviously been a big deal. Also, back to my beautiful church, we also baptized 21 people as a result of our ministry there at Victory Outreach Downtown Santa Ana, together with my beautiful Pastor Chris and his wife and the whole team there. Also beginning to lose weight, which has been great, exercising, eating less, That's been very positive. Also, we built, my brother Larry and I, Victoria's Records, and have seen major growth in not only his work and ministry, but also in gaining more customers, more musicians, more artists, and to grow that label to help more kids, to help more people. Next one is life coaching. I have picked up a couple of customers as well as podcasting customers and driven Lyft. So all these ways I have explored and looked into all these ways to create income, but also to do exciting stuff that I really love, such as podcasting and music production. So those are some of the ways or some of the things I've done these last 12 months to be resilient and to not give in, but to stay strong and to be focused. And my energy is still pretty low. It's not at a high level, but it's getting there. I'm maybe like 75% back from the trauma of my last church. And now I am in the middle of applying to a bunch of places, including churches and schools. And so I'm looking forward to that. Also, we went to Maui. We are going to Italy in a few weeks. We went to Oregon just last week. So we've been doing a lot of wonderful trips and enjoying my beautiful wife and focusing on her. There's still more work to do there, to date and to go out and to enjoy our lives more. But we're going to do that as we get established for me with a job and our income and our budget. As that evens out and levels off and gets stabilized once again, we'll be able to focus on more of those things. But we have done a lot of wonderful things. We have gone on dates, and as I said, we've taken some wonderful trips. And most of all, we pray together every night, every morning, every day, doing the little things, dishes and lawn and laundry, and just helping her around the house. And of course, she's been amazing as well, just being there for me and just being the amazing wife that she's always been. And as I said, raising our kids, really, that's our major accomplishment these last 12 months, because how easy would it have been to lose control of our own lives, our marriage, and our kids? But instead, we've grown closer. We have grown even more together. And as I said, we're thriving, and this is in the middle of this crazy season that we're all going through. But I can only imagine what's coming up. Oh, by the way, speaking of our kids, also, not only did our firstborn graduate, but she also got a full-time job doing what she loves, doing social media and media management. So that's an amazing thing that we're very proud of. So those are the things that I am proud of. I thank God for His amazing grace and for giving me this resilient mind to not giving in to fear, anxiety, depression, and all the rest. Especially because many of us deal with these issues. And I thank God that He's given me the strength to persevere, to be resilient, and I can't wait for what is to come. So I hope these things help you to maybe make your own list of how you've been resilient these last 12 months, to look at your strength, your courage, and not look at just the stuff that you still have to do that you haven't done, but to thank God for the resilience that He's given you and for the great things that are yet to come. Thank you again for being here. I will see you next time. Adios.